like it's golden, living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden, golden. Ooh, honey, I'm taking my own freedoms. But no, honey, today is a good day for me. I just had some good news, and it's just a lot going on. I'm just so excited about. Now, if you want to know where I've been, because you've been used to this channel, you know how I roll. You know, I've switched over from pills to potions, and if you don't know what I'm talking about from a new people, I am a transgender woman. I'm on hormones. I went from pills to potions, honey. I had my doctor make me swallow pills, and now I'm having my doctor make me inject those estrogen things in me, honey. So, you know, I've been getting shot. You know, it's been an interesting ride, honey, and I just needed this little time to prepare myself. And then also I got braces. I got a little grill in me right now, honey. Actually I need to get the bottom also, but I'll be doing that on my next dental visit. But if you want to see all the things that's going on in my personal life, and you can definitely follow me on my vlog channel. I'm not going to discriminate or hide anything from you, honey. If you want to be nosy, in my life, you can definitely do so, honey. And make sure that you're writing all those comments about how you truly feel about me in the comment section below. Then I close my laptop because I got some things I got to talk about today. Oh my God, honey. But anyway, honey, make sure that you're just here, honey, for the experience. I want to talk about this. Right, honey. Let me go ahead and get my receipts pulled up, honey. And the reason why I want to talk about it, because I just feel like I have a key role to play in this, right? Now, if you don't know, I'm building a very interesting skincare company, right? You know, well, not even skin. I would just say cosmetics, right? We're gonna go with cosmetics, right? I am building, you know, a cosmetics company from the ground up, honey, and the reason why I want to do it is because of things like this. Because people don't get treated like human beings, right? People are just treated like they're just numbers and just like they're just tools to get to the next step. And I want to be able to allow people to feel like they're human again. I want to be able to bring the human experience. You deserve to be loved. You shouldn't have to worry about what you're doing is safe or not. You should have to worry about that. That should be on the people that's in charge. Let me handle that. Let me let you know that you're okay by handling the products that I'm giving you. When I ship you out that bottle, or when you pick that bottle up from my facilities, know that I took the time and dedication to make sure that you are safe, to make sure that you are cared for and nurtured. It's not about whether the product is organic or not. It's not whether the product is luxurious or not. It's about having the experience of being loved, honey. It's about being loved and nourished and cared for, and make sure that you're treated with the utmost dignity and respect, because you are a human being, or alien, cat, dog, animal, whatever you feel like. You are a human being, and whether you feel like someone cares about you or not, just know I care about you. Know that I care about you, and know that I love you for who you are. Whether I see you or not, honey, my energy should magnify you. My energy should make you feel like you are important. And if you feel like you are just at your lowest point in life, look in the mirror, honey, and know that you were created for a divine purpose. Why are we still treating people like this? You know, it's interesting to me, because it's like sometimes we ask people, or we elect people, or we have people in certain positions and powers and things to go out there and do the things that we alone can't do, right? And, you know, the LGBT charities and, you know, organizations in the UK and in Scotland and stuff like that are trying to have a call to action. They're trying to revoke the Equality and the Human Rights Commission from status as an independent group. Now, the reason why they're doing it is because it can kind of make it easier for people to legally change gender markers on the birth certificates and IDs and things. Because, you know, I live in Texas, and I live in the Bible Belt, and they want you to jump through all these hoops and all these things, honey, to get out. I don't have time for that, honey. You know, my ID is going to say what it's supposed to say. And, you know, if you don't call me how I told you to call me, then we just not even going to communicate. But yeah, people want to be treated a certain way, and these people are getting angry because it's like we called you out for you to come and have us represented. We have you in here for a divine purpose, and you're not doing what you said you were going to do. So now we want you out. And so it's just a big hoopla about that because this is like, it's not right. It's not right. This is what drives me. This is what gets me up in the morning. This is what makes me want to be a better human being because I want to see all people doing right. And there are people out there that are like, I want you to do better, but not better than me, honey. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me let you in on a secret. There are things in this world that you cannot control. And sometimes people want to treat you like they want to be treated because they themselves were not granted the same opportunities that you are granted with, and they want to keep you down, honey. And some of y'all don't understand this, but being a trans woman is not easy. It is not an easy task. Getting out of bed and dressing like this, it's not easy. And some people will laugh and gag and say, "Why would you do something like that? Why would you change your body? All these whys and what ifs?" Instead of just appreciating what God has placed inside of us, or whoever you believe in. Me, I believe in God, so I'm gonna say God. So I believe that God don't make any mistakes, right? And I know it's a shock that people don't be like, "Oh, well, I don't know why she believe in God," because God doesn't make any mistakes, right? And I know some people are gonna try to construe that and be like, "Well, if God don't make any mistakes, why are you trying to change who you are?" And it's not about that. It's about what God wanted me to be, honey. It's about what He wants from my story. Y'all not here. Y'all not ready for it. Y'all not ready for that conversation yet. Y'all need to understand that you are here for a divine purpose, and you are trying to stop these people from being who they are is not the correct way to do things. You need to allow people to be able to express themselves in the way they need to be expressed because it is not your duty to tell people how they should live their life. It's the same thing with abortions. And y'all not ready to hear this conversation. But y'all need to stop trying to tell people what they need to do with their body. If a woman wants to go ahead, or man, if a man or woman wants to not have a child because they feel it's in their best interest to not have a child, y'all need to let these people get the appropriate health care, because the only thing it's going to end up doing is having these people go out and do things illegally, and that's not going to help anyone. The only thing it's going to do is just cause more chaos in the communities, and y'all need to allow these people the freedom. Allow people the freedoms to be able to do and have access to the things that they need to have access to. Hormones, surgeries, resources, medical care, everything that a person needs to be healthy and happy needs to be provided to the person on a golden platter, because we deserve to be treated as a human. We don't need to be treated as no dogs. I mean dogs get treated better than humans get treated. There are some dogs and animals that, honey, y'all be so focused on being vegans and making sure that the cows and things are living, and y'all not even worrying about whether or not the people are being treated like a human being. Ooh, y'all not ready for that conversation yet, because y'all, see, this is what makes me want to just see. This is why I created my company. This is why I created this right here, because it irritates me to see that people in power, people in certain positions, people in a certain class doesn't give people the respect that they deserve, honey. They don't give people the benefits that they deserve, honey. They don't give people the human experience that they crave and need in their day-to-day life, honey. There was times when I was growing up through my trans experience where I wasn't able to have certain things. I didn't have access and resources to certain things, honey. And working and trying to be who you are, you tend to neglect who you are on the inside. And this saved my life. This allowed me to build my confidence back, to be able to go in my day-to-day life and feel comfortable with who I am. And these is what people want to be treated like a human being. People want to know that when they get something, when they ask for something, when they tell you to do something, they want to know that you're going to do it in confidence because you are going to do it for the benefit of everybody in total. You know, my mama told me when I was growing up, honey, one, be the best at what you can do. Two, make sure that what you're doing is not only benefiting you, but benefiting the people around you. Because it's more than life than excelling your own agenda. Oh, y'all not ready for that conversation. All in all, I would just kind of say that you put some respect on people's name. Put some respect on people's name. Like, just cherish people, honey. Don't do things that's gonna just, you know, don't be like this, right? Don't be trying to make people feel uncomfortable. Don't be making people feel unsafe. You know, now this situation in Ottawa is incredible to me because, you know, now I get it. You know, if you want to take a vaccine or you don't want to take a vaccine, that is definitely your choice. If you want to wear a mask or if you don't want to wear a mask, that is your choice and your choice to make. I'm not going to tell you what you should and should not do. But don't make people feel uncomfortable because they don't want to make the choices that you think they should make.
Oh, yeah, this started because truckers were frustrated, some of them, and disagreed with requirements to be vaccinated in order to cross the border. If you look at some of the signs you see here that have been displayed here, you can see that this protest has expanded well beyond that one specific vaccine mandate. Speaking with people here, reading the signs, most people we have spoken to say now this is about lifting any sort of pandemic mandate or restriction. Other people have come and gotten involved in this and sort of called for various political things. But at its core, most of the people we've spoken to, they say that they will stay out here until they see the COVID restrictions, any sort of mandate, be it at a federal level or just more at a local level, lifted. This is day 11 of this protest. We spoke to one trucker this morning who said ultimately he's been at this for about 17 days because it took him days to drive here. He said he's willing to stay for months. Listen.
The whole world's watching this. I mean, Canada is one of the only countries I think that could have ever come together and did this and being so united that they could pull this off. Like, you know, you get some bad truckers and some good truckers. These guys are all good. Like, everybody just wants peace. They want to make this good for everybody, right? This is for the nurses and the doctors and the RCMP that have lost their jobs because they won't get vaxxed. We want them to be able to go back to work. We want people to be able to travel. We want the airplane service opened up again.
This is sad. That's sad. You can't even do your job without getting ridiculed about the things and choices that you made. I don't understand. And it's not my place to understand, right? It's my place to make a difference and a change for the next generation to come. But I don't understand what makes people so inclined to treat people less than human because of the decisions and mistakes that they have made, right? I get it. You know, we're all under pressure to change the systems. We're all under pressure to make sure that people are safe and that everybody is okay and make sure that people are being heard and being felt and being nurtured and all these things. But it's imperative that we make sure that everyone gets equal opportunity. That is a point of who we are as a human being, is to make sure that every human being is being treated like a human being. Don't treat people like you want to be treated. You treat people how they want to be treated. If they want to get a vaccine, okay, well, we need to make rules and regulations for them so that way they are safe and make sure that they are, you know, tarnishing whatever progress that you're trying to make and make sure that whatever progress that you're trying to make isn't tarnishing the progress they're trying to make, right? There needs to be some type of compromise that we need to make. There needs to be some type of sit-down gathering. This is what needs to happen. We need change. We need real change, honey. I'm not running for president, but if I was, honey, let me tell you something. But no, for real, like, we need to change. And, you know, they're uncomfortable. And most people, what's going on now is in Canada, one side is like, well, we're not going to have such and such going down through the streets, causing all this hoopla And then the other part is, well, we're not trying to cause all the hoopla, and we're not trying to do all the things that you said we do. We just want to be treated with respect. And it's the same thing with the Black Lives Matter movement. You know, one part was saying, well, they're just out here destroying the towns and the cities. And then the other part is like, I mean, well, you done destroyed our families. I mean, we just want respect. So it's like there's some middle ground that needs to be taken into account. And so, you know, I honestly, what I feel like needs to happen in all these situations that we're talking about now, we just need to have just a community discussion. That's what we need. We need to have an initiative to just sit down and talk. Talk to people. Build a community. We can have a discussion about these things, so that way we can come to a better conclusion about what we need to proceed with next. That's why board meetings are important. That's why voting matters. That's why making sure that having access to resources matter, because without these things, without these appropriate tools, we will just be chaotic, and it's a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot to digest, right? We just cannot go continuing our lives down this path. The only thing it's going to do is make everybody hate each other and be angry at each other, because no one wants to respect everybody. And I get it, everybody wants to live their own life, but there needs to be some type of rules and regulation. And it's the same with being trans, you know. With me, you know, I understand the bathroom thing. Hey, I want to go in and use the woman's bathroom, but what I don't want to do is make you feel uncomfortable, right? Because you got to realize, some people out there, when they see a male walking through, they get a certain type of way. Like when I say I've been sexually assaulted, me personally, you know, I've been in that stage. I mean, I'm past it now, but I've been in that stage where I didn't want to hang around males, because like that would trigger me. So I get it. And so I make a compromise now. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable, honey, let me go and find a place that I feel comfortable in, right? And that's what we need here. We need to find a place where these people can be comfortable in. Now, I'm not saying segregate these people, because we don't need any Jim Crows or anything like that, but we need to find a place for these people to be comfortable in, or integrate them into society, so that way all of us can feel comfortable and all of us can feel cherished and loved. And because again, it's about the human experience. That's the whole purpose of being on this planet as a society, is to make sure that we're providing the human experience. That's why we have brains to communicate. That's why we have the ability to make decisions, not only for the betterment of ourselves, but for the betterment of different cultures and people. And talking to, well, I feel like I be talking to this. I feel like I be talking to this sometimes, and I just don't know. I don't know. I see. This is what I really want to talk about now. This is interesting, but Snoop, I got something for you. This right here, I got for you. I bought this just for you. And I'm gonna send it to you. Just send me your address. I'm not saying that you right. I'm not saying that you wrong. I'm not saying that you guilty or innocent. I'm going to send you this because you going to need it. Oh, see, they already treating trans people and truckers and non-truckers like trash. And they definitely finna come after you, Snoop Dogg. So I'm sending you, this is a personal gift from me to you. Because whether you guilty or innocent, we still don't know if OJ did it or not. But see, I'm that type of person, you know, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know if you broke the law or not, but I'm going to treat you with respect, right? I know you indulge in the activities and festivals, so I'm going to go ahead and send it to you. Matter of fact, I'm going to have my assistant go out there and do the things that she needs to do, honey, to get in, well, not really, because, you know, people like that, I'll be real particular about doing, because, you know, you don't really know, right? We don't know what's going on, right? Like, it could, like, in the article that I read and what I researched, it was at one of those seasons where all the how can I put this in there? All the social workers was going to try to cop them a bag, honey. So I don't really know now if he did do it. That's gonna be really messed up. You know, I love me some Snoop Dogg. I love the whole essence of what he brought to the table. I love that, but this is not the appropriate thing. this is not the appropriate thing. And I'm not going to bash the girl because, you know, when you've been through that type of trauma, and I've been through that multiple times in my life, and it took me just now to really just kind of heal from that, right? It takes a while for a person just to come out and explain these situations to people, because it's like a part of you feel like it's your fault, right? Just like she was saying that, you know, she was invited back to the room, you know, she was invited back to the room, you know, and was made to feel comfortable. And, you know, sometimes it's like, well, I mean, he did invite me, and I mean, he is Snoop Dogg, and, you know, I'm just a nobody. So, I mean, I just really, you know, had something to give to him, and I guess that was my repayment. You know, some people feel like that. You know, that's definitely how I felt when that happened to me. You know, especially in December, honey, you know, being an entrepreneur and trying to get things done and having things fixed, you know, people tend to try to take advantage of people like that. And, you know, you just start to feel like, okay, well, maybe it's my fault. Maybe I shouldn't have asked. Maybe I shouldn't have, you know, maybe this and that and all. And it's like sometimes you just have to kind of understand people like that. You just have to know that some people might be telling the truth. Some people might be lying. And this is something that we just all have to have a discussion about, right? We need to, I want to kind of hear more about this. I really want to kind of follow this story just a little bit. I might not talk about it on my channel like that, but I mean, I want to hear more about this because I want to know what's going on, right? Because if he did this is just not right, dog. I will be sending you these. But if you did it, I want my money back. Plus shipping. But no, all in all, honey, that's all I had to talk about today, honey. But before we go, just know, honey, be better than what you was yesterday, honey. Make sure that whatever you're doing is just uplifting the community. Make sure that you're uplifting the rays, honey. Make sure that you're doing things that are providing the goods and services. If you're an entrepreneur or a service provider or whatever, make sure that you're providing the goods and service to uplift people, to make them feel like a human being. Honey, that's what you need to do. That's the cause here. That is a greater thing. My cat's down here, honey, trying to get my attention, but that's what we need to do. That's what we have to do now. That's what we need to do. We need to make sure that everybody's voices is heard. We need to make sure that everybody is accounted for. We need to make sure that we are going door to door and making sure that our neighbors are safe and sound. If you've been through trauma, making sure that people are getting counseling services. If you need appropriate services for hormones or appropriate services, you know, for your mental health, making sure that people are getting those services. If you need, hey, ma'am, she just so disrespectful. I know y'all can hear her, but no, for real. Like her, like when I get off the camera, I'm finna go in here and pet her and play with her and give her the attention, because even though she's an animal, she deserves the utmost respect, because everyone on this planet needs to be treated with some type of level of respect, honey. That's all. That's all we need. We just need to love each other. I'm not asking for world peace. Please don't think I'm on here asking for world peace, because I know that is not asking for world peace. I'm just asking for you to give everybody. Now, I don't participate in those things. Just know that everybody just deserves just to just be able to be in a safe space. That's it. I'm here all day and preach to y'all about this, that, and the other, but I know me and the people that I surround myself with, we gonna be doing things, honey, to make sure that everybody gets treated with respect and be treated like a human being. And with that being said, honey, I want y'all to have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful year. I want y'all to make sure that y'all are doing things that are just excelling who you are. Read, honey. Drink you some water. Drink you some tea or some coffee, honey. Go out there. If you want to eat 100 biscuits, honey, go out there and eat you 100 biscuits. If you want to eat you fruits and vegetables and pebbles, go out there and do that. Now, me, I don't know, honey. I like hog maws and neck bones, because there is nothing like a good pot of greens with some fat bags. But anyway, honey, y'all have a good one, honey, and make sure y'all are liking, honey, and we'll be here for the next one, honey, y'all. This has been a VFP multimedia presentation.